Hi everyone, welcome back to Real Skin with Rosanna. If you've been wondering about the newly reformulated Estee Lauder Double Wear, if it's worth the hype, or if the one size Turn Up the Base foundation by Patrick Starrr can compete today, I'm putting them head to head. I have a mini of the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and then I have the Patrick Starrr one size. Now, I swore I was not going to buy this, but it was mini and it was on sale. It was like $26, still a ton of money, but I really wanted to put these two to compare them. So today it's like another hot day here in the Northeast, and I thought maybe a matte foundation, even though I have normal to dry skin. I just wanted to see how it would work on my mature and dry, normal to dry skin. Also, I am 58, so I am in menopause. It is not fun. I feel like I'm breaking out a little bit. I haven't been sleeping well, so I have really, I think, dark circles. A lot of it is shadowing, but now I do have more pigmentation because, again, my sleep patterns are all over the place, and yeah, it's not really fun. So I'd love to hear your comments if you are dealing with menopause and what you've been doing that helps. Send help, send help. So that's a little side note, and I'll get off my soapbox there. But so you probably know that, there was a whole big, situation here, controversy, kerfuffle about the double wear, right? People either loved it, not many. I feel like more people didn't like it. And when I did try it on at Sephora a while ago, when I said I wasn't going to buy it, felt like tacky, like it didn't dry down. But now I'm going to put it to the test, and I'll set it with some powder anyway. So let's begin. So about the foundation. So I'm going to start with the Estee Lauder, right? It's newly formulated. It's the Double Wear Stay in Place Long Wear Matte Foundation. I was pretty much the same shade, but I was able to go up a little bit, 2W2. I just felt this was a little bit better on my skin. Normally I was the 2W1, which I think is the Dawn, but this works out really nice too. So it's been around for years. It has a loyal following. This is iconic. It had impressive, staying power. With this formulation, Estee Lauder says they kept the long wear concept, but updated the formula to feel more breathable, more comfortable, while still offering that matte finish. So the full-size bottle contains a fluid ounce, and it retails for around $52 in the United States. I have the mini version, same formula, and I paid $26, and it's 0.5, so it's basically half an ounce, exactly half. Now, it says you get up to 36 hours of wear. I have no idea who's wearing foundation for 36 hours. I don't know why that's a selling point, but whatever. So it's waterproof, it's sweat resistance, which I will need today, humidity resistant, and transfer proof. It's medium to full buildable coverage, and it has a natural looking matte finish instead of like that very flat matte look that's associated with like the older matte foundations. And it also has skincare ingredients like everything does now. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that, honestly. So this one has niacinamide, am I pronouncing that right? Which can help improve the look of skin and balance excess oil. It has glycerin, which is, a humectant that helps attract moisture to the skin, the hyaluronic acid, which supports hydration, and something called brown algae extract to help support the skin barrier. So next we're going to look at the one size, which is the Patrick Starrr foundation. It's the full-size bottle, also contains 1 ounce, and retails for about $44. Now, this foundation, I got the light 30. It's like a neutral, which I tend to be a little warmer, but I thought this might fit what I needed. So it's described as full coverage, also a soft matte finish, long wearing, not 36 hours, just long wearing, sweat resistance, and designed to blur the appearance of pores and uneven texture, and comfortable enough for all wear. So, although both of these are matte, they're marketed a little differently. Estee Lauder emphasizes a breathable, skin-like matte finish, while the one size leans into I think a fuller coverage and more of a blurred complexion. So I'm going to apply both foundations over the same skincare, and I already put my primer, my CoverGirl Velvet Blur primer, and I'm going to use the same brush, but obviously different ones, and compare so it's as fair as possible. So first I'm going to do the Estee Lauder. Now I'm just going to shake it up. Now normally I would have a pump for this. I would purchase. That was one of the things when they redid this. I don't know why they didn't add a pump. You have to purchase one, but okay. So I'm just gonna take this and put this on the right side of my face. And right away, I kind of notice it. I feel like it doesn't, like it seems like it's spreading okay, but I feel like I'm pulling a bit. So let's go in with the brush here. So let's see. So I'm just gonna go in there. I mean, it feels pretty lightweight. I don't think with your fingers it's really that spreadable, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. So let's get in there. Now this does tend to be a little warmer. I think when I purchased this, I had a bit of a tan, but let's get in. I'm gonna get in very close so you can see, zoom in. So I think the shade is fine actually, even though I'm not super tan right now. All right, so let me see if it feels like tacky. Yeah, see, it has that tacky feeling to me. I'm wondering, does anyone else experience this with this? Okay. All right, I like the coverage. Let me just put a little more because I feel like I have a little bit of like redness here today. I don't know what is happening with my skin, but I've had enough of menopause, honestly. It's like, go away. Does it ever go away? I don't know. Anyway, all right, so I'm just gonna blend in just a little bit more. Do this. All right, and I just want to get around the nose area because that's usually where things like cake up, but no, it looks good. Pores look good. There's no like kind of polka dotty thing going on. And I know I have this little red dot here and there, and I want to see if the foundation covers it. I have sun damage here, but I think it does a pretty good job actually of covering that. Okay, so let's take a quick look here. Okay, all right. So let's take a look. All right, I think it looks pretty good. Coverage is nice. Now, yeah, it's definitely giving a soft matte. There's no real dewiness, luminosity, or anything like that. All right, so next we're gonna go in with the one size, the Patrick Starrr. I'm gonna use a different brush. I'm gonna put this here because I wanna show you it's pretty thick. It doesn't really move too much. And I'm thinking that's probably a lot, but we'll see. I'm just gonna spread it. So that's what it looks like. Okay, let's see. I think I put like a way too much. Yeah, I don't even think you need a pump with this, but let's see. Just gonna spread it around, warm it up with my fingers. All right, so there's still a bunch on my hand. Let me grab my cloth here. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna go in with my brush and blend that all in. And maybe at the end I'll go in with my sponge just to make sure there's no excess anywhere and see how that works. All right, so how did I do on shade here? I feel, well, first I need to blend it more. So, all right, so I think with this one, you really just need half a pump for even for your entire face. I know I'm only doing half of my face, but let's see what it looks like here. Let's see if it gets like my little red dot here. I forget what it's called. I looked it up and I think a laser zap will take care of it at the dermatologist, but let's see here. All right, I think this gives a lot of coverage. I think it's too light because again, I have a tiny bit of a tan. So if I were to do this again, I think I would add like a drop of bronzer, but I think for winter, this might be just fine. So I'm just gonna go in with a damp sponge just to make sure I got all the excess because I think that was a lot of the foundation. So let's see here. And let's see, I have a little breakout here, as you can tell. Again, I don't know why. I never broke out as a teenager, but now all of a sudden that I'm 58, here we go. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's see here. So this one spread pretty nicely. I think it's, you know, definitely thicker, definitely creamier, I think more pigmented. It blends just fine, but I definitely think it feels like a little heavier, but it definitely covers. Now, in terms of shade, this is the better shade for sure. But let me get in very close. Now, it doesn't really have, again, either like luminosity. Let's check around the nose. I think it covers pretty well. Yeah, I think I would need to warm this up a little bit. I could have gone a little darker, but I ordered it online and then just picked it up. So I didn't really test it. And yeah, definitely a teeny tiny bit too light for this time of year for me. But I think both foundations around the nose are good. I think under my eyes is fine. And across my forehead. All right, my forehead, it's not sinking in. My little crow's feet, all good. I'm gonna take another sponge for this side just to be fair. Another damp one. So, okay, so does this have the blurring effect I thought it would? I mean, it's a nice foundation. I don't know if the shade is just throwing me off right now. And I'm just gonna look in my mirror over here really quickly. But so far, I think I like the Estee better, but but it still feels tacky. That's just so strange. And this one feels kind of fine. So switch this. All right. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna wear this I'll do a wear test. So first I'll finish my makeup. That's what I'll do. And then I'll show you in very natural light, maybe even outside. And then I'll wear it for about like 6 hours. I'm also going out in this heat. So I wanna see how it really performs. But I am going to do my concealer with you here because again, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep and I just wanted to see if this concealer can help me out here. And this is the Bobbi Brown in, I think it's the light bisque, no, sand. And it's the concealer stick that I usually try to put on before kind of my base because I was watching one of the professional and she does this first and then she does her concealer. Although I feel like there's just not enough concealer on the planet right now for this with my lack of sleeping. So, but we'll see. Let's see if it works. All right, let me just go in, pat it a little bit, pat it here. All right, not bad. All right, and I'm also going to go in with my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, which for the price of this, I think it's under $10. I've had it for a little bit. It's like, it can give the more expensive ones, you know, a run for their money because it's very reasonably priced and I really like it. It's very soothing and I don't know what color this is. It is light. Okay, so let me grab my other, I have 1,000 brushes here, but let's grab this one. And I'm just gonna pat this along and put it here. Same with this. Like I wanna try to avoid putting a ton of concealer on because I feel like I do have all these dark circles, but then you don't really want to bring attention to it. All right, so I think that looks pretty okay. This one needs to be blended in a bit. And then I'll just go in a little bit with this and use some powder just to set it. And the other problem, of course, is that I'm gonna go in with my Kojen, my Japanese powder, which I love. It's like a moisture powder, so it feels a little cool going on. It's really very pretty. It's very expensive, but I love it and it lasts a long time. So I'm just gonna do that. And I was saying another problem I have, of course, is that I wear glasses. So while I'm pretty close to the camera here, it's still, my eyesight is terrible. And so I'm sort of like, did I get everything? Does it look right? So, okay, so there we go. I just wanna go in a little bit here with each. I'm just gonna see, let's get up and close. So I think that looks okay. I mean, is it completely covering these dark circles? No, not at all, but that's okay. This is my skin. My channel's name is Real Skin with Rosanna, and that's what I want to show you. There's no like fancy lights or filters here. So I'm gonna go and do my makeup, be right back, and then I'm gonna show you in like really bright natural light. So I finished my makeup. I set it with some powder and I did a little bit of the Patrick Starrr One Size Spray. It's the new one. It's the Caramel Glow to maybe give myself a little bit of more warmth here. So I'm going to just show you how that looks. Its coverage is good. Coverage is good on this side too. I feel like, again, shade-wise, the Estee Lauder is really a good shade for me. But even with the setting powder, it feels tacky. I don't know. And this one just feels smooth. So I don't know if it's just because I have it in my head. I just don't like the new formulation. So I'm just like, it's tacky. But it feels tacky. So I'm going to wear it for a few hours. I'm also going to see about going outside in natural light and showing you what it looks like. So be right back. Okay, so here I am in natural light. I'm outside on my stoop. And you can see I've put highlighter on, so that's not luminosity from the foundation, but it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna try to like scooch around and see if you can see, maybe move up a little bit. I don't know if you can see with the sun, but that's what it looks like in natural daylight. So there you have it. I'll check back in a few hours and let you know how it's holding up. All right, we're at the 6-hour mark, and this is how both foundations are looking. Now, I'm showing you in the same room that I film, but it's kind of a very dreary day all of a sudden. It's very hazy and hot out, and I guess there's Canadian wildfires, so it looks like the end of the world outside. So the light isn't really great, so I'll probably try to move by a window in a minute because it's just really, the light is really weird, but I don't know if we're gonna get better light. But here we go. So this side is the Estee Lauder, and this side is the Patrick Starrr one side. So I think that neither have completely broken down, and I haven't touched anything up except my lipstick. So no blush, no nothing. I powdered it like earlier, you know, when I did my makeup. It looks still pretty matte. Got a little bit of highlighting here because I put highlighter on. But for the most part, I don't think it's broken down. Maybe a teeny tiny bit here of caking if you can really see. But overall, I don't think it's separated. I think it still looks good. I think this side is a little lighter, like I had said earlier. I think the shade, I might have to like either save it for winter or just regift it to like my niece or a friend who has like a lighter skin tone. But right now, I feel like if I had to choose, I would give a slight edge to the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I never thought in a million years I would because I swore I was gonna try it. But I think it looks good. It's not tacky. It feels smooth because I was complaining about the tackiness. So overall, I think I'm happy with this. It does look, you know, like polished and matte. It's definitely not glowy or dewy or anything. This side, again, I think because of the shade, it might not be the one I would choose, but I'm just gonna move in and go into like my kitchen area and closer to a window. But again, it's really weird out. It's like, I'm gonna show you real quick how dreary. It's like a really dreary day. Okay, but we've got a little bit more light here. So I'm gonna show you again. This is the Double Wear. I think it's wearing pretty well. I'm gonna show you my nose here. But overall, again, no touch-ups. I think this is a really great shade match, and I think it looks pretty good, really. And this is the Patrick Starrr one size. I think this has worn a little bit more. I think it's still lighter, but not as light as when I first put it on. I mean, a little bit maybe here, a little tiny bit of caking. I don't see like my little polka dot nose or anything. So honestly, if I had to choose again, I would choose the Estee Lauder, which is a really big surprise to me because I didn't think the new formulation was really for me. But I think once it's a powdered and set, I think it looks really pretty good. So I will be reaching for this again because I have my little mini size. This one for me, I think, is more of a miss. Maybe it's because of the shade, but I don't think it gives me as much coverage, to be honest. And again, I have a little breakout here and I'm starting to break out here. So I don't think it gives me as much coverage. I don't think it's just the shade situation. And I think I'm gonna probably regift this to a friend or my niece who has, you know, definitely a lighter skin tone. So anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you go for the Estee Lauder or do you prefer the one size? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.